Welcome back, everybody. I am the Programmer, and I'm here to teach you everything you need to know about coding to get a job. Today, we're going to take a look at conditional statements. So if you're ready, put on your favorite tank top, grab yourself a crap bunch of steroids, grab yourself a protein shake, and let's get started. Okay, so what exactly are conditional statements? Well, it's very easy. If this is the case, do that. If something else is the case, do something else. If it is raining, bring an umbrella. If it is not raining, don't bring an umbrella. Right, stuff like that. You're going to check if a condition is true, and if it is true, it's going to run a specific piece of code. Now, there are many ways to check this, so we're going to split this up into 4 different videos. But don't worry, it's going to be so easy, you're going to understand this. It's child's play. Let me demonstrate. If I have a variable called isRaining, and I'm setting this to true, so we have a Boolean value right now, and we can check this. If is raining, then it's going to execute the code within these curly brackets. So in this case, I'm going to say console log it is raining. Where did my other curly bracket go? There we go. And it's going to return it is raining. If the value is raining, we're going to set this to false, and I'm going to run the code again, it's not going to return anything, because is raining is not true. It's a false variable right now. Now let's say you're not using a Boolean variable, but you still want to make a conditional statement. In this case, let's make an age variable and set this to 20. And we want to write a piece of code that checks whether somebody is an adult or whether somebody is a minor. Then we're just going to say if, open up the parentheses, and say age, and then is larger than or equal to, that's what this symbol means, larger than or equal to 18, it's going to console.log you're an adult. And curly bracket, there we go. And if I execute this, it's going to tell me, you're an adult. But right now, it's only checking whether the age is 18 or above. But as I demonstrated with the raining part, if it does not meet the condition, then it's not really going to return anything. So how are we going to catch the conditions that we didn't define? Everything that falls outside of the if condition. We use the else operator, and I'm going to show you right now. If I set my age to 16, and I'm going to run the previous code, it's going to be undefined. However, if now I come here and say else, console log you are a minor, then it's going to execute the code in the else section. So what's happening is it's going to check, is age 18 or more? In this case, it is not, it's 16. So it's not going to run whatever is in this curly bracket, but it's going to go to else and it's going to run whatever is in this curly bracket part. So it's going to say you are a minor. It's that easy. Now let's say you have a piece of code where you want to check multiple conditions. Let's say a grading system. Because if you want to give grades from A to F, then that's not just going to be two different conditions. It's not going to be an if-else question. Because you have grade A, B, C, D, E, and F. Those are 6 different conditions. So 6 different curly brackets of code. So how are you going to check for that? We're going to use something called the else-if operator. Now, let's say I have a score. And I'm going to set this to 69. And I want to check within my grading system what grade I will get based on this score. I'm going to start off with if score is larger than or equal to 90, then I'm going to say that it's going to console log grade A. And now I'm going to move on my second condition. So I'm going to say else if, and now I can define a new condition. So I can say score is larger than or equal to 80. And in that case, I wanted to console.log. Let's move this over here. There we go. Console log grade B. So now I have 2 different conditions that I can check, and I can keep doing this for C, D, E, F. Maybe you want to go down the entire alphabet. Maybe you want to come up with your own grades. It doesn't matter. You can do as many else-if statements as you want to. But just for time's sake, we're going to put an else statement at the end for everything that doesn't fall within the previous conditions. And in that case, I'm just gonna say console log grade C or lower. So right now, if I execute this, then it's going to check, okay, my score is 69. If my score is 90 or higher, then it's grade A. Well, it's not. So next condition, if the score is 80 or higher, well, it's not. So it's not 90 or higher, it's not 80 then higher, so it's going to be something else. In this case, it's grade C or lower. And those are the basic ways to do conditional statements. Like I mentioned earlier, there's going to be some more, and I'm going to cover those in the next 3 videos. But these are the basics, and as you can see, it's very simple, but it's a very important concept in programming. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stick around for the next one. Have a wonderful day. God bless. And goodbye.